What's going on? It's your man, Chris Desir here, 100 Agency, back with another video. And today I'm coming at someone. The first person I'm coming at, Heru Hainus. He's wrong. He's intellectually dishonest. And I'm about to prove that right now. Right, let's get right into this. I got no time to waste. I want to make this as quick as possible. I have stuff to do. Share screen. Boom. Right. Right. I'm gonna come at this video real quick, real quick. But that's not the first point. This is not how this started. He has multiple things that he says are just flat out wrong. And he's hypocritical about what he says and what he does. Okay. So this started with me finding his video of his on my YouTube page under this account, Chris D. Chris D. Right. Right. Let me go to this. I want to go to this comment. I want to see this. Okay. Okay. We are not black people, or are we? That's fine. If you want to debate whether we're black people or not, we're not. Scientifically, we are negroids. We are not melanated people. We are not people of color. We are not niggers. We are not, if you want to be as scientifically correct as possible, we are negroids. The scientific term is negroid. All of the traits that we have, the melanin in our skin, the coils of our hair, the defining features of the big nose, big lips, our DNA structure, are women having the mitochondrial DNA gene. These are all of these distinct features come together to make up the negroid, because I know there are some of you who do not want to claim African and would claim African American or claim to be a Moor or a Hebrew or whatever. And I know for a fact, especially Heru Hainus, he does not want to be claimed as a black person. But all of these terms were created by the European anyways. And I'm telling you, the only scientific term that still is the most distinguishable and you cannot debate is we are negroids. There are negroids, there are the Dravidians, which are the Arabs, There are the Mongoloids, which are the Chinese, Japanese, all of those descent. And then there are the Caucasians, Becky and all of them from Czechoslovakia, from Germany, from Italy, all of them. We are the negroids. Why did this start? Somewhere in this video, he said that black is not a color. He said that black is not a color. And look what I did. Boom. Black is for a fact a color. The visible light spectrum in the visible light that we can see in the electromagnetic spectrum can be distinguished by wavelengths being seen, also known as colors. And how we distinguish one spectrum from another, if the wavelength is too high or too low, we would not be able to see it at all. Everything that we can visibly see, not interact with. Listen to what I'm saying. Everything that we can visibly see is part of the light spectrum, is part of the color spectrum. If you cannot visibly see it, it's not. Here's the point he tried to make. He tried to make a point. If I can find it. Did he delete it? Where are his replies? I guess he deleted his replies. Wow. All right, let me see if I can go back in my comments thread. Oh, they're here. Don't worry. I think he deleted them. Yep. Because now all I see is my comments. But let's just see the one that he kept. You can measure color with your naked eye. The Blancos machine just measured it in nanometers. That's how light is measured. And the brain has the ability to do it on a biomechanical level, as I said, which is false. And I'll tell you why it's false. The Blanco machine needs to do it. Stop playing yourself. And you know that if you cannot understand what you have read, you cannot read. That is a quote from Martin Luther King, which is most definitely was an agent. And you need to push on numbnut and believe what you want. Now I'm telling you why he's being intellectually honest. First things first, I said I disagree with the comment that he made, which he probably deleted because I can't find it anymore, right? But I still have the receipts here of what he said, right? Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. We're going into it. We're going into it. Okay. Remember. This is the first comment. This is the first comment he made back. This is no. So I have to keep the screen like this because he's not gonna play that game. He's not gonna play that game trying to make me look like an idiot. He's not gonna play that game and try to make me look like an idiot. Intellectually dishonest people do this. Brother, remember it's not a color because it is literally all the colors at the same time. That's fine if you want to say that. That's fine if you want to say that. But I wanted to know what exactly is your definition of color because I do not classify color like that. What I said was this. I disagree because one, all right, first he made this other point. All right. I asked him, I disagree, but what is your definition of color? And what he said first, I just told you. I just told you. You defined it yourself, actually agreeing with the definition I gave. A color is the visible light part of electromagnetic spectrum. Now I cannot read this full comment because you know he freaking deleted it. Why would you do if you're right? Why would you need to delete your comment? Hold on. Let me just make this clear because y'all not understanding. Let me stop sharing for a second. If you're right, and I'm truly wrong, if you're right and I'm truly wrong, why would you need to delete your comment? Why would you need to delete your comment and now frame the conversation, frame the chat as if I'm the one in the wrong? But let's get back into it because y'all are not understanding. Y'all are not understanding. Okay. So he went on, because he's not going to show it. He went on to basically say, it's blah 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 color, the electromagnetic spectrum is it's not necessarily the colors you can see, but it's how it's measured. It's not necessarily about what you can see, but what is measured, which I do not agree with. It's not, I understand what he's saying. I understand what he's saying. That don't mean I have to agree with it. You can have a disagreement and still understand what somebody's talking about. A disagreement does not necessarily spawn from lack of comprehension. No. You can fully comprehend something and fully comprehend what is going on and still choose to not agree with it or still choose to do the opposite. That does not mean you did not comprehend what was going on. That does not mean you did not comprehend what was going on. Don't do that dumbass shit. That's stupid. Okay. He said that. And then I commented again. I disagree because one, I never said measured because he started to bring up the word measured when I didn't say that. I used the word distinguished, and I specifically used the word distinguished to for the point I was trying to make. I was trying to make. And I literally said, but that is not the main point. This is the most important part. I literally said, but that is not the main point. Two, which is the main point now. I am talking in terms of classification. If an object is absorbing all of the wavelengths, colors, what word can be used to describe that? Black. Something that reflects all of the colors, white. You see this in my hand? You see? All right. Now I'm gonna call somebody out. All right. No. I don't know. I was on the video. I was on the right video. Hold on. Let me go back. Because you want to be facetious. You want to be facetious. If you were to when you walked into that store, or if somebody were to walk around in the street right now and ask you, what is this? It's a shirt. Okay. What distinguishes this wife beater? What distinguishes this wife beater from another wife beater of a different wavelength? What distinguishes this wife beater? What distinguishes your freaking beanie from something of a different wavelength? How do you distinguish? How do I tell the difference if I did not want to specifically get whatever hue or whatever this was? How do I get another hue? Or what do I call another hue? I mean, it's a wife beater. I got some wife beaters in my shit right now, but I got a wife beater that is the complete opposite of that one. What do you call it? When you're talking in terms of classification, you're talking about words. You're talking about words. You're talking about words. You're talking about words. I can tell there's a difference. I can tell you can measure a difference. But once you do your measurements, right? Once you do your measurements and you can clearly define one thing that is being measured from another thing that is being measured, right? You still need to have a term. You still need to have a word. You still need to have a system to classify what it is. This is classified by colors. The classification system is colors. I'm not talking about colors in regards to the electromagnetic waves length. And that still doesn't, and still, even if you want to say that, that's still wrong. This is classified by red. This is classified by blue. This is classified by a goldish copperish looking color. This is green. This is pink, and this is a saturated. Like, listen, bro. You're being intellectually facetious. You're being intellectually facetious. This, this is white. This is black. What did I literally say in my comment? What I literally say in my comment? What word can be used to describe? Okay, if an object is absorbing all of the wavelengths, because again, right, he made a comment explaining all of this, but he deleted it like a freaking snake, like a snake that he is. He deleted it, being intellectually dishonest and trying to paint me as the enemy, right? Because I call him an effing. Oh, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. Don't worry. I'm going through the list. I'm getting to that. 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 And now you go. Getting to that. I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. Oh my god, I just don't like when people do this. I really don't. I'm trying to make something clear, and then people try to twist my words, flip my words to fit their narrative. Don't do that to somebody. That is not right. So he made a point basically saying that black is not a color because it is all colors. Where's the comment? Brother, remember, it's not a color because it's literally all the colors. It is all the colors. Okay, you know why that's still bullshit? Because there's still a word, a phrase, a term to classify something that is all the colors. What is the widely renowned used word to classify something that is all the colors? Black. What is the term or word used to classify something that reflects all of the colors in the visible light spectrum? White. In the fucking spectrum. Oh my gosh. I just can't. How can you be so just I can't. I just really can't. I just can't. I can't. I can't. Look at that shit in your background, bro. That is green. And what color is that? You're gonna say it's a dark blue? You're gonna say it's a dark blue? No, 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 no. Stop it. What color is that fan? What color is that fan? What color is that fan? It's white. No one walks into the building, no one walks into a store and freaking buys let me get a fan that is reflective of all colors. And I'll tell you more definitely why that is wrong. More definitely why that is wrong. 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 For something to truly be in the absence of light. All right, definition of all right, right. Because I'm gonna run up in your mouth right now. Definition of the very darkest color owing the absence. complete absence or complete absorption of light. So it can be, this is the definition here. It can be the complete absorption, which he's talking about in terms of all of the colors. But let me not put words in his mouth. Let me not put words in his mouth, because I don't want to put words in his mouth, because that's what he did to me. I'm not going to do that to him. Let's read the fucking definition, right? Right. Of the very darkest color. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the fucking definition. I didn't even see this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this. Of the very darkest color. Color. It says color. Oh my God. I don't even need to read the rest of it. Of the very darkest color. It says color. It says color. It used color to define it. But let me read the rest. Let me read, because I'm intellectually honest. So I'm going to completely read the rest of the statement. Owing to the absence, okay, or absence of, or which means it can be one or the other. That's what or means. Complete absorption of light. The opposite of white. The opposite of white. So technically, right? The only time you are ever in quote unquote black is when you are in complete utter darkness. When you are in complete utter darkness and you literally cannot visibly distinguish any of the matter in your area, even yourself. That is the only time you are ever really in darkness. You're ever really black. If you really want to be technical with it, if you want to use technification and stop playing the semantics game, because I'm not gonna let nobody frame me as an idiot, especially when you're starting shit, especially when you're trying to be intellectually dishonest. Come on, guys. Right. And besides that point, in terms of classification, which is what I was said and which I told you I was talking about, and which was the reason why I told you and asked you what was your definition of color. What word can be used to describe all of the wavelengths coming together? It's still considered black. If you want to be 100% technical, your wife beater isn't actually white. And if you want to be technical, this isn't actually black, right? But if you want to be practical, because you gotta balance what is considered right in the practical world and what is right in the technical world. You have to balance what is correct in the metaphysical versus and keep it in balance what is correct in the physical. There's a balance. You're leaning too far into one side into scientific terminology and bullshit when you doesn't really apply to everyday life. That is still technically, this isn't really black, and technically that isn't really white. I just said that before, and I'm gonna say that again. But this is still classified as black. That is still classified as white. That is still classified as red. That is still classified as blue. You ever heard in science? This is something my science teacher taught me. Since you want to bring up science and shit like that, which is all from the white man too. But if you want to bring up science, okay, this is what my science teacher taught me. My blue is different from your blue. The way your brain receives light is different from the way my brain receives light. What you consider blue can be slightly off from what I consider blue, but it's close enough for us to consider it a certain hue. It's close enough. That is not a measurement. That is us using our brain to distinguish. That is not a measurement. That's not a measurement. That is 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 not a measurement. So I am still correct. You still have not debunked me. You still have not debunked me. You still have not debunked me in terms of classification. You still have not debunked me. And if you really want to get technical, we're both wrong, because the only time you will ever truly be in blackness is not even you. Is when it is pitch black, when you're in pitch black, when you turn off all the lights in your room and you take out all sunlight, or you look into the night sky and you just see the dark matter, the black space that holds, that all the lights, that all the stars, that all the carbon, that all the frequencies, the light frequencies sit or exist inside. And let's do the opposite, because let me talk about the opposite of this. The only white, let me talk about white. You know what true whiteness would be? You know what true whiteness would be? I'm gonna show you niggas right now. This wouldn't be white. I'm gonna show you niggas right now what white would be. I'm gonna show you what white would be. White. Let me go to white. Let me just search up first. White. The color of milk or fresh snow due to reflection of most wavelengths of visible light, the opposite of black. Due to reflection of most. So let's go back for a second. So first of all, all right, now I'm gonna say why this definition is correct. This definition is wrong. I'm gonna tell you why, because I'm using my ability of discernment of information. This is a true fact. This is a true fact. When something is completely absent of light has completely left the room, or light, all of the light, completely, meaning every single last bit of light in this universe has been absorbed, it would be considered black. I don't necessarily like this word absorbed per se, but for the sake of this argument, it's still this is more important. This is more relevant. The word complete. This word complete. This word complete. One or the other. If light is completely gone, it is truly black. If all light is truly absorbed, which would mean it is gone because it's all mixed together, it would still truly be black. White is the reflection of most wavelengths, which is true. If you want to say this is white because it's the absorption of most wavelengths, that's fine. The opposite of black, no, that's impossible. Something cannot be most and still be the opposite of something that is complete. Complete is not the opposite of most. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. No. This first part, I can understand. If you want to say this first part, the color of milk or fresh snow, or this second part, due to reflection of most wavelengths, which is to clarify the first part, yes. The opposite of black, if you're going by this definition right here, this second part does not make sense. The second part does not make sense. Now, I'm going back to this definition. The complete opposite of black, the true opposite of the complete absorption of light, the complete opposite of the absence of light, right, would be this. I'm gonna show you right now. Let's go. A video. Nah, let me go to images. Oh, GIF. It be this. It be this. It be this. It be this. This is the complete reflection of light. First of all, this isn't 100% complete, because you can see how the cloak is actually bending around him. So technically this isn't even complete, but this should be the actual definition of the word white. The complete reflection of light. Reflection or reflection of light. This would be white. This right here, putting on a fucking cloak of invisibility. If you wanted to be 100% 100% correct. So it's either it would be so it's either listen to me, listen to what I'm saying. Boom. So if you want to be truly scientific, the complete absorption of light or absence of it, or but if you want to talk about absorption, because he said all the colors, all of the colors, he said all of the colors, all of the colors together, all of the colors together would make black. He said the complete absorb. He said all of the colors, but all of the colors together would make black, which is what you're saying is right. But the opposite of that, all light being refracted is not white, is not this. It wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be this. It would be the invisibility cloak. It would be the invisibility cloak. It would be that. It would be that. It would be that. It would be happening when you go on a green screen with and you're wearing something green. It would be that. It would be that. That's true reflection of light, because you won't be able to see it at all. So don't play me. Don't play me. Don't play me. And don't try to frame me as somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about. Don't try to frame me as someone who doesn't know what they're talking about. Now, why did this get so heated, and why did I feel the need to come at him? Because I'm gonna address all points. I'm addressing all points. Okay. Okay. First of all, okay. Again, so he used the word measured and I used the word distinguished. All right. Okay. Now he made another comment after that. All right. 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 I just told you da 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 da. Okay. And also remember, we absorb the energy that emit all the colors throughout the different parts of our body called chakras. I know what a chakra is. Thank you. And every part of the spectrum there is a, all right, again, that's not the point or claim that I made. That is not the point or claim that I made. That is not the point or claim. You're going on a rant based off something I did not say or talk about. That you did not address my point. You just wanted to further push the point you were already trying to push. That does not address my point. That is just further pushing your narrative. That is not what I said. That is not what I said. That is not what I said. But here, I wouldn't have made this video at all if he just ended it here. But I respect your outlook, brother. No one says we have to agree. We are all deep down their rabbit hole. Yeah, whatever. I'm not down nobody's rabbit hole per se. And I'm not down nobody's rabbit hole. I chose to be in this rabbit hole and to continue to work and be a part of this matrix. Same way you did, because you're in a house right now. You're on the internet right now. You're wearing clothes right now created by the white man. You're using the white man or the enemy's language, which means you have submitted to their system. You are not completely free of it, same way I am not completely free of it. So 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 do not paint it as if we are down their rabbit hole. We did not choose. All right, if you want to make a claim, we were born into this rabbit hole, you're fine. But once you became cognitively aware enough to understand that everything that we have today was manipulated originally from us and give it to them, you could have stopped talking. You didn't have to use a language anymore. You didn't have to use a house. You didn't need to wear clothes anymore. You could have moved to a remote part of Africa. You could have moved to somewhere in the tropics onto an island somewhere in the south, lived off the jungle land where the white man is not currently at a large scale attacking you. And just lived your life in solitude as close to nature as you possibly could. But nope, you're still in the system just like I am. So as far as I'm concerned, you chose to be in the rabbit hole. You chose, and I'm not in no fucking rabbit hole. I know what this shit is. I know what this shit is, and I'm moving through it. End the story. And you're saying it's a rabbit hole. We niggas are lazy. The black individual has been lazy for the past 6,000 years. and allowed majority of black people have been lazy for the last 6,000 years and allowed this to happen. It's only the few who have actually fought back, revolutionized, and done something to get us to the point we are today. Not those preaching peace, not those believing in religion, is those who've actually raised up their arms, their hands, their fists in fighting to get us where we are today. Okay, what's going on? Let's see. Where did I leave off? All right. If he had left a comment here, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But this what he did. This is what he did. Colors are distinguished from one another by being measured. That's not what I said. That's what you said. You're trying to inflate. I use the word distinguish specifically. You use the word measured to try to inflate the word measured to mean the same thing as distinguished. But if I'm going to bring up a point, you see, I'm intellectually honest. Like I keep saying. All right. I already put the unit, I already put the definition of measurement in the comment section. So I'm just going to look up the definition of distinguish this. Recognize or treat something or something as different. Perceive or point out a difference. What does that have to do with measurement? Manage to discern. Now let's look up the reason of the word. The refrain: tell apart, discriminate, discern, determine, pick out. See, look. Discern, see, as in use your eyes. You do not measure with your eyes. Perceive, make out, observe, notice, spot. Spot. You do not make out measurements with your eyes. Measurements require units. A unit is a property of mathematics. Mathematics is a science that we have as the Negroid race. We as the Negroid race, the ones that are truly divine, connected to the sun, that is connected to we are connected to the sun, which is connected to this galaxy, which in the meta nature we call nut, which is connected to the universe, which we call the one consciousness, which all of us are connected to. Oh my gosh. I can't. I just can't. Maybe I'll put some music over this video, but oh my gosh, I hate when people just lie, just straight up lie and try to paint a narrative. You're not a good person. You're not. No, I gotta say this to your face. You gotta say this to your face. You're not a good person. You're not a good person. You think you're fighting for a righteous cause. You're not a good person. You are not a good person. You are not a good person. You are not a good person. You're fighting for a righteous cause. You're not righteous. You are not righteous. You are not righteous. You play your little games. You play your little games. You try to paint a narrative to paint a picture. And you are hypocritical. Hypocritical. Now. Why? Now, hold up. Give me a second. Now, let me go back into the screen. Let me go back into the screen. Right. I'm gonna make another video, but this is just to address the claim and why he's wrong. He is wrong on multiple different things on the channel, multiple different stances and beliefs that he has, which he is spreading misinformation that is detrimental. He has a mindset, a state of belief that is detrimental to our community, which is detrimental to our people. He has a mindset or belief that I can already tell is a docile one at nature. A docile one at nature that will not band the people together, that will not get a nation started. You talk all this hot shit about we cannot take this anymore. We're about to rise together. We're about to rise up, stand against you motherfuckers. But yet you do not have an organization set up. But yet you do not have meetings or rallies or any of these things set up to help the people of the nation. You talk all this big game of people are noticing or realizing. I don't give a fuck how many people notice and realize shit. If you're not gonna do anything about it, you're done. 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 All of this talk, we are the black people are no longer going to take this anymore. You're not doing shit. You said it for yourself. I'm pretty sure it was in this exact video. You said it yourself. You don't have an Instagram. You don't have a Facebook. You're not trying to get the message out there. You're only doing it on YouTube. And all you're doing is on YouTube. All you're doing is on YouTube. You're not out here trying to build jobs for the community. You're not out here trying to get back the economic freedom you're talking about. You're not out here actually starting political spheres to get the influence out. You're just putting out information and hoping people get it. And even if people get it, what the hell are they going to do? I can understand how to build a car if I don't have the materials, if I don't have the structure, if I do not have the resources, and all I'm doing is talking about it. You're not doing shit. You're not doing shit. You're fake. Colors are distinguished from one another by being measured. False. What's wrong with y'all? I don't know who y'all are. You're talking specifically to me, but I guess you're saying people like me. Okay, whatever. Is you begin to confuse yourself. I know exactly what you are talking about. I know exactly what I am talking about. I understand the point that you made. I do not agree with the point that you made. I can understand that the white people are the enemy and me. This is an example. I can understand. I could be a person that understands lying is bad to people. I can understand that lying is bad to people and still go outside and lie to people. That doesn't mean I didn't understand what I was heard or what I was told. I could be the type of person to lie to people, go outside right now, tell people not to lie, and then go back home and lie to everybody else. That doesn't mean I didn't understand. You comprehended it enough to know that it was wrong, and you believed it in your heart and in your soul enough to realize, you know what, this is a proper message that I feel like it's worth spreading, and you can still go home and do the opposite. You understood what was being said. You didn't agree with it. You don't agree with it. Because if you truly agree with it, you would be doing it as well. That's intellectual dishonesty. Same thing like you're doing. That you begin to confuse yourself in black. Why not other colors? If black were just a color, why are not other colors? Again, I do not remember what he fully said. He deleted the comment. He deleted the comment. He deleted the comment. I'm looking. All he did was leave this one comment, leave this one comment, leave this one comment, and then he deleted my final comment. I made a final comment too. And leave the comment. If black was a color, blah 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 blah, whatever. But he deleted the comment. You can measure color. All right. Now what did I say? What did I say in response to that? First of all, you completely disregarded my answer when I said I was talking about classification, which he did. He still hasn't responded to this day. I never said I disagreed with you on black absorbing the sun, which I didn't disagree with him on that. You just went on a rant for no reason, which he did. Plus, I know all of that already, which I most definitely do. Second of all, I never brought up black people, which I didn't, just black in terms of being a color, which already debunked it. Let's go back just for y'all who don't remember. If your attention span is short, let's go back. Definition of black. Of the very darkest color. Of the very darkest color. End the story. And I said, no, you cannot measure with your naked eye, but you know how you can tell the difference? By distinguishing by the color. Stop playing yourself. Why did I say this? You see this at the end? This is a backhanded remark. I'm being honest. This is a backhanded remark. This is not a positive comment. This is a comment to belittle. This is a comment to poke fun at. This is a comment to instigate. Why did I make this comment? Because he made a comment first. He made a comment first. He made a comment first. Right? Remember, he could have ended the conversation here. We're all down the rabbit hole. I wouldn't have made a response, or I would have made a response, but I'm saying, like, you know what? I'm glad that we disagree, and have a good day. Something like that. He made this comment, and at the end of this comment right here, he said, "What is it? Oh, no, is it? Y'all begin to confuse yourself." Now he's trying to belittle me. Now he's trying to say, "I told him. I literally said I disagree. Not one time, but twice. Twice. I never said I didn't understand. I respectfully asked him, I disagree. I disagree. And then again, after he made a comment, I said again, I disagree. I respectfully said I disagree because of this first point and because of this second point. Respectfully. Respectfully. Then now he's trying to say I'm confusing myself. And then he went on to say something along the lines of 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 you're not gonna confuse me, you're confused, be gone. He said be gone at the end of the sentence. Like, wow, 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 wow. How are you going to make, first things first, how are you going to make a comment saying I respect your outlook, brother? No one said we have to agree. We all still deep down their rabbit hole. That's a respectful comment. But look at it. Look. He made this comment first. Look at the comment chain. Look at the comment chain. He made this comment first. He made this comment first. He made this comment first. It does not matter. Listen, it does not matter if I responded in the midst of him typing that comment. You already closed your argument. This is a closing argument. I respect your outlook, brother. No one says we have to agree, and we all deep down there rabbit hole. If you respect my outlook and you said we don't have to agree, end the story. But look what happened. Look what happened. You decided to comment again right after. You decided to comment again right after. Now you're telling me I'm confused, and you end off this comment chain. You end off this comment chain with be gone. Not be gone. Not have a good day. Now, I still respect your wishes and we can agree to disagree. I do not think you are wrong. I disagree with what you're saying based on the facts I laid out in this video. And I feel you need to do more research. Have a good day. Even if he said that, that still would have been a little bit wrong to me, but I would have respected that. I honestly wouldn't have responded to that. He now comes out of the blue, first off, saying that I respect your opinion. First, he says he respects my opinion. Then he calls me a confused person. And at the end of this comment, tells me to be gone. What kind of shit is that? 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 What kind of shit? What kind of passive aggressive air superiority that you have, and just straight up lying personality you gotta have? You tell me you respect me, and then you say I'm confused and tell me to get out of here. Don't play yourself. So I told him, stop playing yourself. 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 Then I answered. First of all, you completely disregarded my answer when I said I was talking about classification. I never said I disagreed with you on black. I was always blah blah blah. Yeah. Second, I brought up color. Stop playing yourself. Yeah. And now he said this. Now he said this. This is what he did. And I'm looking at the comment chain, just making sure he didn't leave anything out. There you go. Boom. You can measure comment. You can measure color with your naked eye. The Blancos machine and all the nanometers. This is how we measure it. Blah blah. And the brain has the ability to do it on a biochemical level. The Blanco machine needs to do. But what? What? First of all, the Blancos machine just does it in nanometers, which is a unit. Okay, that is how light is measured, and the brain has the ability to do it in a biomechanical level, as I said. bio I said biomechanical, biochemical level, as I said. the Blanco machine needs to do it. So if the brain can do it, why are you still bringing up the point that the Blanco machine needs to do it if you just said the brain can do it? What? But that's besides the point. But no, let me address it. If we could truly measure things with our brain, what would be the point of having a machine? If we can truly measure something, which again, you do not understand the definition of a measurement, you did not understand the definition of measurement. If you could truly measure something with your brain, what is the point of making a science? What is the point of making a science? What is the point of using a machine that we know for a fact is less developed than our brains itself to fucking measure it? So you're saying, so you made a point, the Blanco machine just measures it in nanometers. All right, what is the unit of measurement? Because you didn't explain this. What is the unit of measurement that our brain measures things in? Apparently on nanometer. All right, what is the unit of measurement? What is it? All right, let me nanometers to do we measure it in inches? Do we measure the electromagnetic light spectrum in centimeters, microns, millimeters, and micrometers, millimeters, hertz, like miles, meters, kilometers? What, to what extent, bro? You just said that it matters in nanometers. What extent exactly do our brains measure it? What extent? What extent? Don't do that dumbass shit. Don't do that dumbass shit. Don't do that dumbass shit. That's dumbass shit. Don't do that dumbass shit. Come on, son. 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 This is basic Google shit. This is just basic comprehension skills this man does not have. And again, and look, he's being backhanded as shit again. This is being backhanded as shit again. That's how light is measured, and the ability to do it at a biomedical level. And the brain has the ability to do it on a biomechanical level, as I said. Stop playing yourself and know that if you cannot understand what you have read, you cannot read. Already addressed this point. And just push on numbnut and believe what you want. That's the problem with the ignorant. You're not going to change what I believe. And if you're firm in your beliefs, just kick rocks, Slim, and stay off the channel. You see how he's trying to frame the argument? I have already proved to you that he made not between. This is the only comment he left on this. First of all, you know how you're retarded. And you know how you deleted your comments. You know people can still see this, right? If you use common sense. Who am I replying to here? You see how you only made one comment, and I commented back against you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. 7 times. 7 times. 7 times, and you only commented once. How was I having a conversation with myself one time? How was I having an entire conversation by myself and you only commented one time? What point did you make for me to say what is your definition of color? I said I disagree because when I said I never measured but distinguished, what am I referring to? Because apparently the comment isn't here. So apparently I'm making this shit up. Right? I'm making this shit up. I must be making this shit up because apparently you didn't comment. Apparently you didn't comment because your comments disappeared. Apparently you didn't comment. And now you're trying to frame the argument. You're trying to frame the argument as to make it seem that I'm the one who's the aggressor when I said stop playing yourself. When you literally called me, when you literally first lied when you said you respected my claim, which you obviously didn't, because if you did, you would not feel the need to then further call me confused, and at the end of this comment right here, tell me to be gone. You're the one who came off passive aggressive first. You are the one who came off passive aggressive first. You are the one who came off passive aggressive first. And now you're trying to frame me as if I started this shit. You are now responding back to me, calling me numbnuts and telling me to kick off the channel. You're intellectually dishonest. You're a liar. And now I went on a rant. 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 And I don't know why this comment chain repeated again. I don't know what was going on here for why it repeated again. But that's the fact. But this video is already longer than it needed to be. But I just had to make sure that this man had absolutely no misinterpretation of what I said. No misinterpretation of what I said. And two, to make sure that he's not no longer spreading misinformation to the public. He's not spreading misinformation to the public. I don't like when people spread misinformation to the public. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. You are the cause of the problem. You're not doing shit for the community. You don't do shit. You don't do shit. You don't do shit. You don't do shit. You're not doing shit for the overall good of the community. Now you're calling me numbnuts. All right. Then I said, bro, for the final time, if you cannot debunk my claim or answer what I said regarding classification, I don't know if I did this. Let me do this right now. Let me do this right now. The action or process of classify. Okay, I don't like when definitions do this either. When you use the same word to answer something. I don't like when this happens. The action or process of classifying something according to shared qualities or characteristics. All right, let me look up this. Denoting an adjective that describes the class that a head noun belongs to, and characterized, and again, he's reusing the same word again, by not having comparative or superlative. But categorization, the human categorization is the human ability and activity of recognizing shared features or similarities between the elements of the experience of the world, organizing. All right. They all use the word classification, but what is the general thing in common? What is the general thing around all of these definitions? The human ability and activity of recognizing shared features or similarities between the elements of the, basically, the human ability and activity, your ability and your activity, which means your innate understanding, your innate connection to something, and your actions towards that thing. Organizing and classifying experience by associating them to a more abstract group on the basis of their traits, features, similarities, and other criteria. So I did that too. So nobody can say I did not do that, because his entire basis is off of science and research that he got, and off of his own on comprehension skills, his own comprehension skills of the information being got to him. And I'm trying to let him know his ability to comprehend, his ability to discard information, his ability to disseminate information is being blocked by his intellectual dishonesty, by his ability to lie and try to frame a situation to prove himself right when he is wrong. There is no fault in being wrong for anyone watching this video. It's not about being right or wrong. It's not about being this. It's not about being right or wrong. We are all, not all of us, because that's a lie. We are trying to get to a higher frequency, a higher state of living. We are trying to reconnect with our origins as people of the sun. We are trying to reconnect with the laws and fundamental rules of this galaxy. We are all trying to reconnect with our high celestial mother nuts. We are all trying to connect to the one source, the original creator of all things, the one consciousness. We are all in this community trying to connect. Things like pride, greed, the ability to not realize when you are wrong and to admit to being wrong is holding you back. And he talks a lot. Listen. It doesn't matter what your belief is. It's a man who's talking to us, telling us that science, alchemy, the science of alchemy. And another video he made, I just watched. Alchemy is our science, and our science is our belief. I don't like using the word belief. I do not believe in anything. I know things. Religion is based off belief. If you believe something, that's because you have belief is based on a lack of intellect, is based on a lack of information. Belief is based off of ignorance. If you do not fully understand or comprehend or how something works, but you have a slight idea or example on how something works, or enough of a grasp to get along in life, then you could say you believe in it. I don't believe in anything. I know something works. I'm going to do it. And if I can take the basis of one thing and apply its rules to something else, I will test that out. And if I am proven wrong and whatever I believed in has been proven wrong, I will completely get rid of that and just continue to go on with what is right. It's not about having a belief. It's not about standing firm in one thing. It is knowing what is righteous, what is natural, what is scientifically right in this one consciousness, continuously finding what is more true, what is more right, and sticking to that, fighting for that, believing for that, and willing to die on that principle, willing to die on those claims, willing to die on what you have figured out to be true. You cannot half-ass it. You cannot try to paint a narrative. You cannot be refuted or proven wrong in a certain place, field, or asset, and then because you do not personally understand, because this entire argument, right? Even from the very beginning, I disagree, but I asked him what his definition was. And then he just considered, and then he just kept on trying to fill my head with information. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Right? But that's not the point. The point is I asked him to try to get clarity on what he meant. Not one time in this entire argument did he ask me for clarity on what I mean or what I am perceiving to be the definition of this word. I had to give him clarity on what I was talking about. I am talking in terms of classification. So first I asked him to be 100%, so I could be 100% clear what was the point he was trying to make and what his definition was. And he gave that to me. So what would have been fair and honest is he could have been like, okay, now let me ask you, now let me try to discern through questions. Now let me try to find out what is the root basis of what you're thinking. What is the root basis of why you believe and say the things that you do? He never did that. Not one time. Not one time. He just kept pushing his rhetoric and what he believed to be right. And at one time said, you know what, this brother is not being disrespectful. This brother does not seem to have evil intentions. This brother does not seem to have evil intentions. He may be, even if you want to be right, even if you want to be right, even if you want to say I am confused, you still have to be clear on what. You cannot make an assumption. He seems to be confused. He seems to not, he is confused. He is confused. Not he is confused. You gotta tell me, you should have said, I believe you are wrong. You need to fully lay out the definition. You need to fully lay out why you believe my shit is wrong. But what did he do? What did he do? He completely ignored, not once, not twice, but 3 times, my definition in terms of classification. And he just continued to fucking beat on top of my head this point of measurement versus distinguishability, which I literally said myself is not the main point I'm trying to make. He completely disregarded, even if, right? I don't care. Even if he somehow was able to disprove me, right? Even if he was somehow able to disprove me, even if he was somehow able to disprove me on measurability versus distinguishability, right? That doesn't refute, that doesn't make wrong the terms of classification, that does not disprove or make the second part of what I was talking about incorrect. And I would have, because I'm intellectually honest person, I would have said, like, you know what, you are right. I refute my point when it comes to measurability versus distinguishability. I would have said that. I would have said, you're right. But again, he did not address, he did not refute my definition of color in regards to terms of classification. Color is just that, classification. It's the classification. It's how we distinguish the differences between the wavelengths that we are able to see within the spectrum. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And again, because he called me numbnuts, he was being facetious. He was being a freak. He told me to kick rocks. Told me to kick rocks and all that shit. So what I did, for the final time, if you cannot debunk my claim or answer what I said regarding classification, you did not prove me wrong and are just making a straw man argument. Talking, all right, for all of you who don't know what a straw man is, an intentionally misrepresented proposition that is set up because it is easier to defeat than the opponent's real argument. It was easier for you to come at me for measurement versus distinguishability versus my real argument, which was I'm talking in terms of classification. You made a straw man. You made a straw man. That is an intellectual fallacy. That is an intellectual fallacy. And that's no shit the white man got to tell you. That's no shit the white man got to explain to you. You're a liar, and a real righteous person can tell when a person is being dishonest. A person that is trying their hardest every day to operate on a higher frequency, can tell when somebody is operating on a lower frequency disguised as a higher frequency. Stop playing yourself. Stop playing yourself. Stop playing yourself. Stop playing yourself. And the final point. I finally gave the definition of the word measure, because he said you can measure with your naked eye, which is bullshit. Measure. Ascertain the size, amount, or degree of something by using an instrument or device marked in standard units or by comparing it with an object of a known size. Get the fuck out of here with your smart ass. Measure a certain size amount or degree of something, right? This is what measurement does when you measure something, because you don't understand words, you don't understand definition, you don't understand context, you don't understand none of that. You have proven that even if you do understand all of that, you're being facetious, you're being deceitful, you're being a deceitful person, you're being manipulative, and you know what the hell you're doing if you do understand, which I actually think you do. I actually think you do. Actually, no, for a fact you do. You for a fact you do, because you the way you went about this argument and the way you're trying to paint me as the enemy here, yes, you are a deceitful person. You need to get the fuck up out of this community. We don't need people like you anymore. And if I see you in the streets, I'm going to out you. I'm going to out you. I may not necessarily fight you. I may not necessarily fight you. I never throw the first punch. I may not necessarily fight you, but I'm going to out you as a deceitful person for what you did here. Out you as a deceitful person. Out you as a deceitful person. And if you want to get physical, you will not win against me. An unrighteous man will never defeat a righteous man. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. I don't care what you've learned about in your white man religion, or you want to learn from the white man, or the quote you take from the white man. That's not how the universe works. I know this. Right? This is the outcome of measuring something. You will get a size, an amount, or degree. But to actually measure, you would use an instrument or a device, an instrument or a device marked in standard units, or by comparing it with an object of a known size. Come on now. 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 And in this last part, comparing it with an object of known size. When we're talking in terms of the light spectrum, when we're talking in terms of color, you do not distinguish between color with size. One object that is blue, an object that is blue is not necessarily larger than an object that is red. An object that is black is not necessarily larger than an object that is white. They can be the same size and be two different colors. So this last part has nothing at all to do with the argument. Get the fuck out of here with your smart ass. And I made a final comment too. I did. You know what? I made a final comment out of this. I'm going to make a video exposing you. But if you want to have a discussion, I left a link where we could have set up a Calendly. It was a Calendly link, so we could have set up a Zoom call and handled this like men. But no, he didn't want to. So this is why I made this video about him. And this is the first video I made about him. And he is known, all right. He is known on his channel, right? On the few for the less than a year he's been on his channel. He's known for making part one, part two, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. He's known to be a person that makes multiple parts on a subject or a matter at hand. Multiple parts. Part 1, part 2. He said some shit about Marcus Garvey. I'm gonna drag him for this. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. So I'm going to make multiple parts, just like he makes multiple parts, exposing this man. This was just part 1, and this was the longest because this was the most important. This was the initial argument. This is the initial reason why I went at this man, and this is the initial reason why I'm telling you people like him is why. Listen, I'm gonna turn off my share screen. Let's see. I don't know if my screen was on. But like just to prove my point. I'm gonna go back real quick, just in case, because I don't know what I missed, what I didn't miss. But here, in my comment chain, in my comment thread. Look, wow. What? I just refreshed the page. What? He deleted the comments again. Wow. Wow, he deleted the comments again. This man is a snake in real time. This man is a snake in real time. Wow. Wow, this man is a snake in real time. You see how the forces work? Wow, this man is a snake in real time. He's a snake in real time. Wow. 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 Snake in real time. That's, you see how the universe works? Measurement definition. So I'm not full of shit. The action of measuring something, the size, the length, or amount of something established in measuring. A unit, a unit of system or measuring. Let me go back. Let me go back. Suitable for measurement. Denoting an instrument or device used to discern a size, amount, or degree of something. Again, you need a ruler, you need something with numbers on it, you need a system of mathematics, you need all of this to do measurement. I'm still right. I'm still right. And you see the man being a snake in real time, bro. A snake in real time. I'm gonna comment again. Now you a snake, not even a snake. You are a trying up a false my the holes, the scales. Bull. Liar. Okay. Now, he made multiple videos debunking part one, part two, part three, part four, part five, part one, part two, part three, part four, five, all of that. Yeah. 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 Nah. Yeah. So, um, this is probably like an hour, some odd long. I didn't mean for it to get this long. I just didn't know snakes moved like, I didn't know liars moved like that. I'm not gonna disrespect the snake. I'm not gonna disrespect the snake. I'm not gonna disrespect the snake. The creature of a snake has a pineal gland. It can stand up without, it can stand up as tall as a man, even taller than a man without any limbs. I'm not gonna disrespect the snake. I'm not gonna disrespect. I ain't gonna disrespect. Say some random person just messaged me. I don't know who the hell they are. I don't know who the hell they are, but you see, niggas trying to attack you. 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 Oh nah. They with it. 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 100. They send 100. They send 100. They send 100. They with it. 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 You see, I was wrong. I was wrong this day. I thought they were out to attack me. They with it. 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 Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, you see, people on my side, people on my side, people on my side, people on my side, people on my side. There's been Chris is here, 100 agency. I'm gonna run up in part two and get right on this nigga for what he said about Marcus Garvey and what he's talking about Young Pharaoh. I'm about to run up in this nigga. No gay shit. I'm about to put my freaking foot in this man's mouth I'm about to put my hand, not literally, this is figuratively speaking, in this man's mouth. Let's go. And this is the first of many. This is the first of many. Catch y'all next time.